But that's not all for Moby's investment properties. Moby also let The Real Deal know first about his involvement in the new development, Landmark 17, and we traveled down to the Gramercy area to view the condo building and get an exclusive tour.
I have an old friend named Chris Prokop, who's a real estate developer, and I've known him. I used to live in the Lower East Side, and so I've known him as just someone I've seen in the Lower East Side for years and years, and he sold an apartment to an ex-girlfriend of mine on Orchard Street. And I don't know, he just always seemed like just a really nice, reputable person. And he called me up and said that he had the opportunity to buy this building and he was looking for investors. And it just seemed like, a really interesting thing to get involved in. The first place I ever lived in Manhattan was right on 14th Street, 3 blocks from here. So this was the mid-'80s, and I used to eat my breakfast in Stuyvesant Park right there. So I've known about this building for a long time, and the fact that it has such a, long and unique history, and it's such an iconic, old, beautiful building, certainly makes it a lot more compelling than if it were just like a generic glass box tower. Well, I wouldn't necessarily call myself a real estate developer. I basically just helped out a friend of mine on an interesting project. The truth is, if I tried to get involved seriously in real estate development, I'm sure that I would fail miserably because I know nothing about it. I just sort of lucked into a good project that was organized by a good friend of mine. I think I have a really accidental business sense. In the past, whenever I've managed to make money in anything, it's usually been because I haven't been that involved. It's almost like the more I get involved in something, the less likely I am to make money with it. So I think I'd be like a good absentee real estate developer without knowing anything about what's actually going on. It really is a remarkable space, especially the former Eric Clapton Chapel. As far as real estate in New York goes, it's truly unique, although in many ways I feel unqualified to be the one giving the tour, so I'd rather hand it over to Tamir, who knows the building inside and out, and he's probably a much better spokesperson and tour guide for the building.
Landmark 17 is a beautiful new condominium building in the Stuyvesant Union Square area. The building was built in 1877 as a convent and traded hands with a non-profit organization such as Salvation Army. About 2 years ago, the developer Christopher Prokop of Vesta Development Group purchased it and decided to convert it into a condominium. We got renovated everything, including plumbing, the electricity. We added an elevator to the building. We put a doorman concierge, and we restored every detail in the building to its original condition. And we also added the mailboxes that the nuns used to use as a decoration in the lobby. We're going to have a seating area, metal curtains with a view to the park from the lobby. Our penthouses are sold, but we have one stunning and spectacular unit available. This is the Clapton Hall. Back in 1992, Eric Clapton donated money to the previous owner to restore this space into a chapel, and we made an apartment out of it with 4 levels. We have about 3,500 square feet interior plus 372 square feet exterior. This room by itself is 23.5-foot ceilings with original hand-painted wood ceilings. It's 55 by 23 foot, and it's about 1,400 square feet of a living space. Having Eric Clapton donating money to this building and having Moby basically being a part and an owner of this building, I think it's a very fascinating point that makes this space even more unique and more special to us. I can almost hear the music here. This is one of the 2 outdoor spaces that we have in this spectacular unit. It's very quiet, it's very private. This is about 250 square feet, and you can hear the birds here.
While music runs in Moby's blood, his route to real estate investing has been somewhat more serendipitous and ad hoc.
Making music is what I do with my life, and this limited foray into the world of real estate has been pretty simple. All I did was I gave Chris some money, and that's the extent of it. I didn't have anything to do with the design of it, or the marketing or the sales. It was really just, I guess I'm what you'd call maybe like a silent investor. If I have friends who are entrepreneurial and I help them out financially, I'm never in any great hurry to get a return. It's nice, you don't want to just throw your money away, but at the same time, I aspire to not be an annoying investor who's calling every 5 minutes asking where my money is. It'll show up when it shows up.
Thank you for joining us for this special section of the Real Deal Webcast. Please tune in next week as we bring you the latest headline news in New York City real estate.